Because here, countries around the world are not relenting in their quest to contain the COVID-19 global pandemic. Towards this end, Gambia's Minister of Health recently launched a latest round of vaccination exercise in the country with the objective to have more Gambians vaccinated, especially the elderly who are perceived as the most vulnerable group in the society. Here's more details of that in this report.
The devastating effects of the global coronavirus pandemic continue to be felt in the lives and livelihood of millions of people around the globe. However, the advent of the different developed COVID-19 vaccines is helping in safeguarding the lives of many people, especially the elderly group. The World Health Organization's approved vaccines were widely cherished for their efficacy and efficiency in minimizing deaths during the pandemic, especially among the older population. Speaking to Eyeafrica TV, Senior Communication Officer at the Ministry of Health, Jibril Gando-Balde, underscored the importance of COVID-19 vaccines in protecting the lives of people while encouraging the public to be active in accepting them, especially the elderly who are among the most vulnerable to the pandemic.
COVID-19 have claimed a lot of lives, and most of the people that lost their lives during the pandemic before the vaccination campaign started were elderly. So that shows that the elderly were more vulnerable to the disease than the young population.
Cognizant of this fact, the Gambia, like many countries, also prioritized inoculating its specified vulnerable group, such as the elderly population.
And when we started the vaccination also, we started vaccinating this group first, that is the health workers, elderly, and then people living with other conditions. So this has gone a long way in trying to prevent and protect the elderly population. And thank God, and since the pandemic still now, Gambia have only registered 370 deaths, which we can say is highly attributed to the vaccination that we have provided to the elderly population in the Gambia.
Mr. Balde further advised the public to be conscious as the coronavirus pandemic still exists and gradually circulating in the country. He said people need to be more responsible in protecting themselves and those around them against the deadly disease. Gambia's Minister of Health is also intensifying efforts to have about 70% of the country's population vaccinated against the COVID-19 pandemic, despite a noticeable vaccine hesitancy among the public. Reporting for African News, I am Amadou Kante.